Hey there, Aries. Welcome to reading for your May bonus reading, and we're going to jump right in here, Aries. I have a little bit of a time crunch, so this will be a little shorter than usual, but let's get started. You have a spirituality card. It says, use money magic spells to increase your wealth and prosperity. You have this luck card. It says, anything you do now will be very prosperous for you. Can't make that up, Aries. I mean, your astrology is all about basically raising your prices. So, I think that it's time for Aries to make more money. I think it's time for Aries to be more successful and, kind of like demand that, right? By providing more value and things like that to the world. So, it looks like a very prosperous time for you. Again, if you don't do the work, then nothing is going to happen. I feel like I shouldn't have to explain that, but I do. So obviously, if you have the same job and you're like not asking for a raise, you're not magically going to get one. So you have to kind of like, squeaky wheel gets the grease, as I always say. So you have to grease the wheels of your life. You have to take action. Tarot isn't magic. You have to be the one to work with the energy and to make things happen. But what I would say here is I think that there are amazing opportunities for you to increase your finances, make more money, do whatever it is that you're trying to do here. There's even love here as well. I think the most important part of your reading is right here, the Three of Pentacles. I'm pretty sure in your last reading that I was saying that it's an amazing time for Aries to collaborate and work together with other people. So if you are collaborating and working together with other people, that's where a lot of benefits are going to come from for you. You have the Temperance card. Temperance is kind of about patience and trying to turn a negative into a positive or a positive into a negative. It's a card of alchemy and turning one thing into another. So I feel for a lot of you that you really have like the spiritual power of alchemy this month, and you have the power to really turn your situation around. And I think that the way to do it is very simple. I think all you have to do is be in the energy of what you want with the Nine of Cups, work together with other people, probably focus on whatever legacy you want to leave to the world as well. The Ten of Pentacles is like, building and leaving a legacy, and it's bringing something important to the world. And guess what? You also have the Star. The Star is about having a North Star, having that one thing in your life that you work towards, or, working towards that one thing that you want to create in your life. So I feel for a lot of you that kind of like following your guidance or making sure that you are paying attention to your kind of like inner guidance system or whatever you want to call it is going to be important. Again, the star kind of represents having this big goal or having this North Star, something that is your guiding light. And so I think as long as you're working towards something that's important to you this month, it could be love, money, spiritual, it could be business, whatever. I think that will be the thing that makes you the most successful. You also have the Ten of Cups here. And Ten of Cups is like fortune after difficulty. And, I think that I'm pretty sure in some of your past readings I've said fortune after difficulty to you. So it looks to me like you could be getting some, I don't want to say like rewards, but, I think you're getting better results based off of the things that you've been working on and working towards in your life. So maybe it feels like rewards, but it's really kind of like fortune after difficulty. We also go up to the King of Cups, over to the Two of Cups. I definitely feel that for those of you looking for love, this is a great love reading. Even the Ten of Pentacles, I look at as the best love card in the deck. I mean, to me, the Ten of Pentacles is, pretty much everything you want and desire. So, if you want a family, this could be a family-oriented person. If you just want a strong connection, and even if you don't want to get married, right, this could be a strong connection that's coming in for you, clearly, with the Two of Cups. I'm getting that, like, this is a person that you, like, don't, that you wouldn't expect, it's not like this is like some sort of like super special person or anything. That's not what I'm trying to say. But I think this person could be a little bit different than what you normally would go for. With the Temperance card, you have the Queen of Swords, sorry. It's like you see things very clearly now. I do feel there's a great deal of clarity. She's looking towards the future, and she has her hand up, but she also, she has that hand up, but the sword up as well. She's, willing to receive, but she's kind of like cautiously optimistic. And by the way, I'm doing past, present, future. I don't know if I said that. But I kind of feel that, at the time of you watching this reading, that you're in this, maybe you're just feeling a little bit more positive, a little bit more optimistic about what's coming in for you in the future, or, maybe you're feeling just a little bit more optimistic about your options in life or where you're going, and I definitely get that feeling here. With the Star, you have the Two of Swords. Yeah, I think you just have to go for it, the Star, basically. Two of Swords is kind of like negotiating with yourself. She's kind of thinking this or that. But she has this new island behind her, and there could be something new over there, something she's never experienced before. But she just has to put those swords down and she has to kind of take her blindfold off, and she has to see that she can easily walk over to that island. It's meant to be low tide on this card, so she could easily walk over there through the water and she won't be hurt. She just has to do it. And so but I get this feeling, normally we look at this card as a card of like mediation. Two sides, it can be stuck in a stalemate, two sides trying to come together, right? Stuff like that. But I kind of feel this is you negotiating with yourself. And I feel like this is saying just go for what you want. Don't worry about negotiating with yourself or anything like that. With the Ten of Cups, you actually have two cards. That King of Cups, I don't know if you saw that, came flying out. Four of Wands and the King of Cups. Are you kidding? Are you kidding me? King of Cups, Two of Cups, Ten of Pentacles. Definitely, it's funny that I said that thing about marriage too with that on that Ten of Cups. But there could be a person, a very strong connection that you are going to be committing to. It could be a water sign, could be an earth sign, could be an air sign as well. I mean, you have all that in here. So it could be anything. It doesn't really matter, right? I always say, don't focus on the sun. Focus on, finding a good person, right? It doesn't matter what sun sign they are. So, that's what I'll say there. Next, in the area of your present position, you have this Griffin. It says honor and good luck. You have two cards now of good luck. You have a serendipity card that says bright new prospects are on the horizon. Again, that's kind of like confirming that you are just maybe in a little bit more of an optimistic place. I feel like you're feeling a lot better. I also feel that you are probably more lucky because you're kind of like putting yourself in more situations is what I'm hearing. But, that could be like new experiences. It could be you leaving the house, going out, stuff like that. Whenever we have experiences, we increase our luck because we're basically giving ourselves more options. And that's really kind of the energy I get here, is that you are giving yourself more options to be lucky. And that's the reason why you are increasing your luck, is because you're, that serendipity card. Serendipity is like right place, right time. And I think you're putting yourself in more situations, which is allowing you to be right place, right time. It's allowing you to be in those kind of have those moments. You have the Nine of Cups, Three of Pentacles, and the Page of Pentacles. The Nine of Cups is a card of wish fulfillment. I'm pretty sure every single person this month has had this card, so it seems to be like a lucky month where a lot of us could be getting things that we wish for. The secret with the Nine of Cups is that we have to be in alignment with the thing that we want. So we have to match the energy of the things that we want, and then we will get it. That's why I always tell people, like, I have like two rules for dating. Number one, I think that everybody should be on online dating, right? And you don't have to marry any of these people you meet on online dating, but the universe is providing an option for finding love. And so if you don't use it, then you're basically telling the universe, I don't want love, right? And so you don't have to actually meet people on there, but I would create a profile, right? The other thing is, I would say, is don't online date. Because it's like, when you think about it, if you are online dating, you are only meeting people who meet people through online dating, right? And that's like a certain type of person. So what I would say here, and no judgment, I'm sure plenty of people have met the love of their life online dating. So I'm not saying that. But what I am saying is, if there's a type of person you want, maybe a person who goes out and does stuff and leaves the house, right, and has experiences, then you also have to leave the house. But it might be better for you to meet a person like in public, a person who is, at the gym doing something with their life, not a person who's like on Tinder going like this all day long, right? Or probably like this the other way. So what I would say here is make sure that you're doing the things that match the energy of what you want. You have the Three of Pentacles, amazing time for teamwork for you. Again, I'm telling you right now, if you work in social media, if you have a business, any of that stuff, any type of collaboration you could do is probably going to be very successful for you, Aries. So, I would really, I specifically encourage you, Aries, to collaborate. I think everybody should do it. We have Pluto going into Aquarius, which is literally collaboration. But what I would say to you is, I think it's extra powerful for you for whatever reason. Three of Pentacles is also getting recognized for your work. So there could be a lot more recognition. You could be finding yourself standing out more in your work. And I said this in your last reading, but you have Jupiter in your second until the 25th, right? And then when it leaves, sometimes we don't get the rewards of Jupiter till it leaves the sign that it's in. So if Taurus is your second house, right, then Jupiter going into your third could bring a lot of recognition for the work that you do. Even though it's moving into your third, you're getting the benefits of having it in your second, like now. You have the Page of Pentacles. I definitely feel like there's a new person that you will be talking to. Page of Pentacles to me is like news and, but also communication sometimes. And so it's like there could be a messenger or a person who is delivering a message to you that they're interested, right? Two of Cups right here, all this right here. So a person who really wants to collaborate. I also really love the Three of Pentacles for love. So the Three of Pentacles is a card of, a person who wants to collaborate, a person who wants to build something, probably a 10 of Pentacles, like something serious, something long lasting, building, leaving a legacy, right? Here you go. With the Nine of Cups, you have the Lovers. You can't make this stuff up, right? So definitely a very strong love connection. If you don't want love, the Lovers, and even if you do, the Lovers traditionally was a card called the Crossroads, and it just meant having a choice to make. I think that with the Lovers, it's always best to pick the new choice or the new path. Obviously I'm not you, and I don't know your situation, so you're gonna have to weigh your options if you're making a choice. But usually, the new path is the correct path with the Lovers, if you are trying to make a decision. With the Three of Pentacles, you have the Hermit. Could be an Earth sign or a person who has a lot of Earth in their chart or something. But what I would say here is I feel that the Hermit is kind of like saying, it's time for you to shine your light. Obviously, you have the star. The Hermit, he has the star right here in his lantern. And I always say, like, he needs to shine that light out all over the place. He needs to shine his inner light. He's earned his right, too. He has climbed to the top of this mountain. He's been through a dark night of the soul. He's not bragging when he, kind of shines what makes him special, because he has earned the right to be there. He has done the work. And I get that. Three of Pentacles says you need to show your work. So whatever you're working on or creating, I think it's time to, kind of show the world what you're made of, or to, put your progress out into the world. So if you're like thinking about starting a project, a business, now is the time to put that out. With the Page of Pentacles, you have the Strength card. I feel like you are attracting someone who has a lot of strength. And the other thing that I think of all the time with the Strength card is when you meet a person who truly embraces this energy, it's like their strength is obvious. It's like this is a display of strength. She has her hands in the lion's mouth here on this card. So it's a person who lives what they say. They are a person who has a lot of evidence to back up the fact that they are strong. So I definitely feel you could be attracting a person like that. I would also say that this person has a healthy ego. On the Two of Cups, there's this lion at the top of the Two of Cups. And that lion kind of represents the ego. It could be a bad thing. It can represent a person who has a negative ego, but it could also be a person that has a healthy, balanced ego that kind of, maybe they understand that they've earned the right to show off and to kind of say things. So, they say, if you got it, flaunt it, right? And I definitely feel that you could be attracting a person here who maybe some people think that they're cocky or arrogant or whatever. I think they have a slight edge to them, but at the same time, they can back up everything that they say, and that's what I would pay attention to with that Strength card. It's one thing for a person to brag about all the things they can do, but it's another thing when they actually do it, right? So that's what I get here. Next, in the future, you have this Into Me I See card, so intimacy. You have this Let It Go card. I do feel like some of you are let's put it this way. I feel like the Let It Go card is kind of saying it's time for you to open your heart to love, and even if you don't want a person, right? This could be you opening your heart to just the energy of love so that you can build the Ten of Pentacles. And so I feel it's time for you to kind of, open up your heart, or use more of your heart-based energy. King of Cups, he has very deep emotions, and he knows how to express those emotions in a good way. So a lot of you could be kind of expressing your emotions here. I also feel that this is probably the type of person you're attracting, someone who has explored their emotions. He's sitting in the deep ocean. He understands his emotions on a very deep level. And, the high vibration version of the King of Cups is very emotionally stable. So you could be attracting a very emotionally stable person. You have the Ten of Pentacles, which is amazing. I love readings that have the Ten of Cups and the Ten of Pentacles. Together, they really represent fortune after difficulty, good things coming after a difficult period of time. I also feel this is something, again, we work on the Ten of Pentacles forever. Don't get me wrong, Ten of Pentacles is a great card, but I also think that, we don't necessarily see the results right away. It's something that we build over time, and we should, because it's something that lasts for a long time. They say easy come, easy go, right? So Ten of Pentacles isn't necessarily easy, but it's something that has staying power. It's something that will last for a long time. So if you're working on a business or project, even love, this is something that has that true staying power in your life. You have the Two of Cups, perfect match. I feel like you two are very different in a lot of ways, or I'm also getting that this could be a sign that you wouldn't normally go for, or, and I mean the sign, the sun sign of the person. Maybe you're oh, I hate Virgos, I would never date a Virgo, right? or something like that. But it is a Virgo, that's just, it doesn't have to be a Virgo. I'm just giving you an example here, but I kind of feel that it's maybe something that you wouldn't normally go for, but I feel like it works really well. So, that's what I'll say there. Looks really good. Let's see. With the King of Cups, you have the Knight of Cups. Yes, Knight in Shining Armor. I feel like this person sweeps you off your feet, honestly. So, if you're putting yourself out there looking for love, I feel this is a person who really kind of just takes your breath away here, Aries. So, love it. With the Ten of Pentacles, you have two more cards. Six of Pentacles and the Knight of Wands. Knight of Wands is like the true builder in the tarot, and the Six of Pentacles is planting those seeds, putting the energy in to build your Ten of Pentacles, which I feel is probably what you're focusing on. I have a sneaking suspicion that the reason you're working so hard on building, leaving a legacy, whether this includes love or not, doesn't matter. I think that you're building permanent things because of, that second house Taurus energy. You're going to have Uranus and Taurus in your second house until, the end of 2025. So you still have plenty, and we have a lot of energy going through Taurus right now. So I think that, in the month of May, so you have a lot of this energy in the month of May, and all stacking up in your second house. It's like I would be building something of value in your, if I were you, in your life. And if you do that, it could lead to like future results or building, leaving a legacy. With the Two of Cups, you have the Judgment card. I feel like you're waking up to what love really is as well here. That's kind of the vibe I get off of this, is that you're waking up to true love. And again, whether that could be a person, but it also could just be waking up to the energy of love and like how to use it and how to get more out of it. You have this Shark card. It says, take care or there will be loss of material wealth. This comes up for everybody. I think everybody should pay very close attention to their finances. I wouldn't worry about it. I would just pay attention. You have this Knot card. It says unsuccessful plans. I feel like you've learned a lot through experimentation in your life. So you've learned like what works, what doesn't work. Hermit, right? And the Hermit has learned a lot through failure. So I feel you have learned a lot and you need to pay attention to those lessons. You have this Flute card. It says disappointment in a friend or a lover. Yeah, I think a lot of people are kind of being disappointed by people in their life right now. It's kind of hard for people to not show their true colors right now. So, it is what it is. Just pay attention. You have this wheel. It says indecisiveness, allowing your life to ramble aimlessly. I actually feel like you are more decisive. You have very focused cards here. And so I think you're coming out of that energy of not being sure what to do. You have this Man card. It says dealing with relationships with man. You have this Kite card. It says vacation on it. It doesn't matter what gender you're looking for. This could just be a person. And again, if you're going on a vacation, traveling, moving, that could be how you meet this person that we see in this reading. But Aries, this is a very good reading. So thank you for being here and definitely enjoy your week.